Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to Terra Invicta and our playthrough as Project Exodus. Let's see how things are, see the shape of things. Currently, looks like there's a decent amount of activity on the moon. Last time we checked. Decent amount of activity on the moon. I think most of the bases have been grabbed up. It's just a couple left and these are pretty like the lowest value bases. So our one base on the moon, it's looking pretty good. It's got some water, it's got some metal and just a bit of volatiles. If we can get some more volatiles or another base that's going to give us volatiles and metals like this one here, could be very good. In fact, we might go ahead and found an outpost. We are saving up the boost to get up our mining operations on the moon, so we would really like to make sure that we have everything that we need. I will go ahead and found this outpost. It's going to take some resources. It's going to cost us 14 and 9 boost. It went up quite a bit. Might have something to do with the launch window. But I think we're going here. We don't need the metals. We do want the volatiles. This has more metals for a trade-off of just a little bit of volatiles. Go ahead and make it that one. We'll found this outpost. It will cost us 9 boost, but our boost is up to 5.3 and we're looking to improve that as much as possible. So new outpost has been founded. We'll just go ahead and close that off. We'll check back up on it in a little bit. All right, let's head over to Earth and see what the situation is back on a home planet. So America's looking pretty good. Everything's moving in the direction we want. We're back up to full democracy. GDP is going up. Everything's up. Boost is down, but that's recently because we deprioritized boost, I believe. Try and fix our money issue. Get our economy back up to where we need it to be. We're just going to have to leave that as it is. We do have control of Mexico, which we are building mission controls in. We already have one, I believe, somewhere. Over here, Mexico City launch facility. That's going to be generating us boost. And while we don't have control of these 2 points, I am not opposed to what the resistance is doing with their control of half of the government. So that's working out quite nicely for us. I think we have a couple holdings here and there across the map as we're working on various objectives. We've got 1 point in Saudi Arabia, which we are continually pillaging for money. We have got, I think that's it. I think that's all the territory we currently hold. We're grabbing up bits and pieces as we need it to buy organizations when and where we can. And after about, I don't know, this is we're coming up on year 2, I believe. And the aliens they're spreading. They're doing stuff. They're pushing their agenda, whatever it is. We're seeing lots of alien life form growing around the planet, which we've been doing our part to sort of stamp down and hold up the aliens' progress as much as possible. I'm not too concerned about what most of the AI is doing. Mostly I am concerned with the servants. And they do have control in Russia, and this is a problem. I would like to take control of Russia, even temporarily, just to sort of get rid of some of their nukes. I think that might be a priority that we need to do. Now, if we can boot these guys out of Russia, we definitely want to do that. We'll take our scientist and get her to investigate alien activities. I believe we have one person who's just sort of dedicated to exterminating the alien, which is Song Tang, where he can. We'll spend a couple, I think 1 op point is fine for 71%. You go and do that. Our propaganda guy, I think we're going to try to build up support in Russia. 91%, we've already sort of been building up a little bit of public support here. We're going to want a little bit more because I've decided we do need to get into Russia. We need it. You've got decent. What's your chance in Russia? Not good. Public campaign. How about crackdown in Russia? You can crack down very well in Russia. Bonus to purge mission against all control points except the executive in this nation if we capture this control point. Security apparatus. Bonus to crackdown, detain, and assassination missions in this nation if we take this point. I think getting the nukes out of the hands of the servants is going to be a good thing. Now, they could potentially defend their interests here. So I'm going to crank this up as much as possible. I'm going to go up to 6. I'm going to spend 64 influence because currently that's the currency that we have the most in. And getting this crackdown off is going to be big. So let's go ahead and do it. And do we want to try and purge them immediately? We don't have a very good chance, but if the crackdown happens, it'll be a lot easier. Yeah, So let's do that. Targeting the center of power. Let's do another full send. It's a little bit expensive this turn, but it's okay. I think it's worthwhile. I think. Confirm these assignments. Let's refresh the progress on our research. So Mission to Mars is underway, and we are trying to contribute the most. I think we've recently bumped this up to max. We've got cybernetics happening. Nobody seems too interested. We're leading the way in that one, and we are leading the way in advanced neural networks. All the while we're working on augmented learning, which is going to be great for us. And corridor diplomacy is happening in the background. These won't happen until next year sometime. Seems like we're ahead of the AI in a lot of ways. And if we could just pull some of the teeth out of Russia, that would be very nice. Let's go ahead and set the time forward. Let's see what happens. Saudi Arabia has just launched a space flight program, which is good. We do have a point in Saudi Arabia, so we will get a slice of this boost. Crackdown has failed. We had a 78% chance. We rolled 91. Like, our chance there was so good, and you failed. Come on, man. That means our purge mission is not happening. Public campaign went through, though. We did crack down. Somebody cracked down. The whole population of a small town in Mexico City region has stopped moving entirely. We can only suspect this to be a prelude to further alien activity. Well, alien performs 6 abductions in Mexico. Public opinion increases for aliens in Mexico. That sucks. Alright, there's still likely some alien life forms. After that, investigate aliens. Good. Get a little bonus there, and our purge will fail. I'll have to try that again. 2% chance because the crackdown did not happen. Somebody has cracked down on Russia, though. So that's actually maybe a way we can get in.
Your service.
Propaganda guy, go. We can use you to assault the alien assets. Continue the plan. We try to crack down. Even though it's not a great chance, it's still gonna be 65%. And I'm gonna hope that he succeeds and go in with the immediate purge with the full amount. This might be the last chance we get for this particular assignment, trying to break into Russia. Seems like somebody might also be trying to do it as well. We don't know who. Alright, that'll do. We're not leading in Mission to Mars yet, but we've got time to take over. Alien base detected on Callisto. Very nice. Another alien station they're building up, I believe. Get more public support. That'll make our missions easier. The crackdown was a success, finally. 72% chance. So hopefully we get the purge off immediately. Our chances still aren't going to be amazing. Failed. Assault the alien. It's plants, dude. How do you fail to attack plants? Right, we've got a foot in Russia. We had a 34% chance. We rolled a 2. Critical success. Huge. We also got an army for that. Yep, that's good. Let's do some public campaigning in Russia. Keep building up our support while we're working here. You will continue to assault the aliens. There's so much of them. What's your chance at a crackdown? 83%. This is becoming very costly. I don't know if we want to do that yet. We don't actually care for Russia, so what we could do is spoil Russia while we're here. While we're here, we can actually just milk it. Which I think we're gonna do. Get some more cash on our side. Try to build up a bank. But alright, our main plan is to break into the executive. We have a point in Canada that we don't need. Let's go ahead and abandon Canada. That'll bring us back under our limit and lets us go for the Russian executive point. Yeah. Alright, full crackdown since we purchased this. 72% for 16 to crack down the executive. I'll go for it. Then we'll try to purge you out. We won't have much to spend, so I think we don't. We take a moment. Let's go ahead and investigate, because we do want to find somebody. We like this person in Pakistan, in Paris, sorry. And I think you can no longer do an advised mission, so we'll use you to inspire. Jorge, 50-50. Confirm. Looking fine. Send it. Got a little bit of a success there. 30% chance to win. Alrighty. So we have found an academy person. This is good. We want to talk with the academy and see if we can build up relations. Let's see if we can get some trading going. Not a very good person. Politician, Michelle. We'll learn a little bit more about her. Hab module has been completed. Building up that public support in Russia. Crackdown was a failure. We had a 7% chance. I think they've defended their interest now. We'll have to take a couple turns. Fantastic. We have wiped out the invasive flora and fauna. Russia, under the control of the servants, and Italy have ended their alliance. They have defended their interests. This is still a point available to crack down, but maybe with more public support. I mean, we don't have great public support. Let's continue to build up the public support and see if we can crack in. You are just continuing to assault aliens. I think public support in Russia just needs to keep going up as much as possible, and while we build up our influence in order to strike. We did want to investigate you a little bit more. We can do that with George. We could just make contact. Let's go to Isis and see if she can make contact. We don't need to learn more about her. We just want to make contact with them and see if we can strike a deal. Maybe find out a little bit about their tech. Something. George here with your very high investigation. I think, and your espionage, you can probably go about harassing the aliens. This person here is probably a servant in Russia. Let's track him down. Confirm these assignments. Go ahead and unpause. See how things shake out. Paper Tiger. The soldiers of the 8th Guards Army are massively underperforming compared to pre-war expectations. It appears that Russian military planners were overly optimistic about the 8th Guards Army battle readiness. Days of live combat on battlefields in and around Kharkiv have unveiled a litany of issues that were papered over in peacetime. Low morale, insufficient supplies, poor unit security, and situational awareness, and even entire formations on the books that appear to have never existed at all in real life. This is a real blow to Russia's image of strength, as well as its ability to use military force to achieve our political goals. This war just became a lot more difficult. Project Exodus's public opinion falls in Russia. The 8th Guard suffers. Damn. If we had the cash, we could offset this a little bit. And if we had the ops, but we don't, so we're just gonna have to take the public opinion hit. This army's been destroyed, which I actually don't mind. That's fine. Not my country. And a new army spawns in. Very nice. We got some contact here. Alright, we could get a non-aggression pact for $850. And in the interest of building up positive relations with the Academy, this might be worthwhile. Once we get the non-aggression pact, maybe there'll be some more options. Money is pretty important, but maybe not that important. Let's go ahead and complete the trade. It's fine. You are of the Illuminati, not someone we care about. We're looking for servants. There we have augmented learning. Investment points we direct at knowledge will be increased. This should increase our science a decent amount. We could finish interplanetary warships, but I think it's time to work on alien origin. We can do that slowly. What does this do for us? Increase our control management capacity by 10. Cool down on improving relations. This is good. Mission to Mars is almost up and we don't have full control. Like, it's gonna finish very soon. We're doing 10 per day. 31st of October. I don't think we can actually overtake these guys with the time we have. So let's just deprioritize this. We still have time to take the lead if we want in cybernetics. And we are very much far and away leading advanced neural networks. Let's go ahead and bump this up, see if we can actually get back control. Or at least keep control of these two tech lines. Might be worth bumping this up so that we finish it before next year. We can't finish it before next year. Let's try something like this and see how we go next turn. Alright, the Baltic states, under the servants, have joined in the federation with the Eurasian Union. Interesting. Turkey is asking its ally, the United States of America, to join in its attack on Syria and Iran. Oh, this is a tough one. On the one hand, it is something that we can do with our armies. On the downside, though, we don't really need Syria and Iran at all, in the slightest. Turkey is under the control of the Protectorate. So we'd be helping the Protectorate take over Syria from the Resistance and Iran, which is basically up for grabs. And if we could get a little piece of Iran. That's a healthy chunk of cash that we could pull in. I don't like the idea of punching the resistance though. Not the resistance, the humanity first. I like the idea of them having control over somewhere here, as they are very much willing to fight the aliens, which will just buy us time. I want them to be as strong as possible. I think we're going to decline this war. We might be able to join in whenever. Alien assault mission. We have wiped out the flora and fauna. Very nice. Army under the control of Project Exodus. Let's just spawned in. Aliens are growing support in India. Yeah, they are grabbing hold of India, and that's actually scary stuff. That's scary stuff. We might have to start doing unrest type things and throwing a coup in India if we can. What's our chances? Just curious. None. Public campaigning. Boy, it's hard to break in. I wonder how they're having such an easy time cracking into India. They might be enthralling elites and that sort of stuff. Let's focus on Russia. One thing at a time. One problem at a time. Confirm that mission. You continue to assault alien assets. Probably why they're having an easy time in India is that they just have a lot of alien flora and fauna. I think that affects how things work. You are going to investigate for more servants. We're looking for around India, and I don't see anybody. Oh no, here's one. Investigate this person. We'll take a moment for you to surveil around India and see if we can spot some more alien life for our guy to take care of. New project available. Strategic lobbying project. Direct investment reduced by 25% is very nice. Alright. Mission to Mars has been completed, which means we're going to want to prospect Mars and put down a hab on a valuable base as quickly as possible. They've decided as their next project to be vacuum electrostatic principles, which is kind of a whatever, which means we need to zoom out immediately and go to Mars. We have to be one of the first people to the Mars surface. We could also get something up on the moon, but let's go ahead and send a probe to Mars. It's going to cost us a little bit of boost. It's going to take quite a long time to get there. Let's launch the probe. Continue. We need to get control of more boost is what we really need. What are you doing in Ukraine, dude? You're my army, and I'm telling you, you don't go to Ukraine. You're moving back out. What do we see? We have found another servant. We'll see if we can maybe flip her to our side. Russia under the control of the servants and Armenia have merged into a single nation. Army has reached back into Russia. I really do think we need to continue public support in Russia. I hate not assaulting alien life every single turn we get. So we will do that. We need to continue to investigate this person. I don't need you to investigate George. I need you to select George. Make sure he is still not on the radar of the servants. We'll get him to investigate. He has a much better chance. We'll spend one up on this. Still got extremely high public support. America's looking great. Our cash situation's kind of sucking. We need to fix that. Like a lot. Like a lot. What if we switch this around? What if we survey you? You've got a 50-50 chance. We can spend 4 ops. Get you to investigate. We'll get George here to... What are we doing? We'll probably need a couple rounds of investigations to be able to do this. So we'll actually get you to investigate as well. Double investigation works for me. We'll take a turn off from controlling the alien. Even though this is making life very easy for these guys. They've actually got India. Actually kind of scary. But we're going to defend interests in Russia because I don't want to lose this point. Make it happen. We have to do these things. Let's go ahead and check the science. Easy lead. Not quite, but close. We'll get through this very quickly and I'm okay with it. Let's drop that priority just a touch. Ooh, servant coming over to America, huh? What are you doing? Opinion leader, fanatic, is doing public campaigns, huh? In America. Trying to build up that alien support. Good luck with that. Let's find out what her actual loyalty is. It's 15. That's pretty high. But I think we should be able to influence her with our very high persuasion. Strange behavior. We have new reports of returned abductees in the San Salvador region of El Salvador. Their relatives say they are behaving strangely and saying the aliens are peaceful and here to help humanity. Our analysts believe this is a sign the aliens are attempting to gain influence by shifting public opinion in favor of the servants. You know what, aliens? You can have it. Probably have to investigate this.
The less we burn, the longer we will survive. And the less we depend upon burning our natural resources, the fewer territorial conflicts we will suffer. It is forever bewildering to me how few of us can accept this simple concept.
Very wise words. But alright, that's vacuum electrostatic principles. Ready. Electrostatic propulsion can now be researched. This might actually speed up how fast probes and stuff get to where they need to go. We'll go ahead and continue. What did they choose? Nuclear fission in space. New alliance. The servants are allying with Russia and India. This is so bad. It's so bad. Some supporters in Portugal, making it a good target for us to control. Not interested. Alright, so your apparent loyalty is 15. If we take our guy with 16 persuasion, she's on our soil, so we should be able to turn this counselor. Wow, 3%. We burn all our influence. Loyalty 15. Mission difficulties base 12. 32 versus 28. That is not a good amount of chance to success. Not good enough for me to attempt it in any case. Maybe we'll just assassinate her. Maybe that's the thing we'll do instead. Alrighty. In which case, persuasion guy, go. More persuasion in Russia. They've got a crackdown on their control point. Hello. Let's take George. We'll purge with this very high espionage stat. 96% chance. And we can start taking away the nukes from Russia and then give up those control points. Do something else while we're there. Spoil the country, ruin it for whoever's taking it over. Might be a good idea. We're gonna purge. Hopefully we have the highest statistics so we get there first. Song Tang, you're just basically exterminating alien life wherever you find it. You monster. Under the control of the Academy in Slovakia are merging. That's fine. I'm okay with the Academy doing well. We have a non-aggression pact with them and we're gonna look to build that up. Likely we still have some more aliens hanging around there. We've got alien base being built up. It's also not good. We have completed the investigate returned abductees objective. The hoax theory has now been abandoned by all but a handful of stubborn holdouts. Our investigators have confirmed that several of the returned abductees are engaging in espionage activity against local governments. In other words, spying. Unfortunately, the most likely explanation is that the aliens are somehow exercising influence over the abductees and using them to gather information. It seems we must retask some of our research and intelligence capabilities towards investigating the alien plans. Continue. Research alien operations. It's a new objective. We have finally purged the servants out of the executive of Russia. We can now start disarming them slowly. New organizations. Canada ending their alliance with Norway. Worrying. We've gone over our limit this month. I believe that's because Canada is once again... Oh no, it's because we've grabbed the final control point in Russia. We're gonna have to defend that. Start yanking the teeth from Russia. You can't do any of that, however. You could set national policy in Russia, and we want as many people doing that as possible. Set national policy. You go over there. I think Song will have to take a break from killing aliens, which he can't do in any case. To go ahead and defend our interests in Russia. You will likewise set more policies in Russia. Let's go with George here. I think we need to build up support in India. So let's take Belden now and start doing public support. We'll throw a little bit of cash at this. And as much as I hate to, I think our spy guy is going to have to... I want him to continue to investigate. I want him to investigate unknowns. And I need to find the unknowns of the servants. Let's find a new servant unknown. Alright, let's get you to investigate this person. Cool. Defending our interests in Russia. Let's start getting rid of these nukes. You failed. You failed. Jorge, what are you doing? Alright, disarm warheads. Disarm up to 5 nukes. Confirmed in Russia. Continue. Reduce its nuclear stockpile.
Policy direction complete.
Disarm warheads. Continue. Get rid of all of these nukes. In fact, we're gonna trash Russia even more. Give me all the spoilage. We're losing some influence per turn, but we're on the whole gaining, so I'm very fine with this.
Ready.
Continue to disarm Russia. You're continuing to disarm. We'll actually use you to set national policy. We'll take ISIS. We'll send her back to advising. I would love to see who's hanging out in America. Go ahead and investigate this person. We're now able to undertake the Alien Operations Project. Beautiful. It's a servant. I believe we've met this person already. She's got very high loyalty of like 16, but it's good to know where she is and what she's doing. We'll probably investigate her again. Restored Warsaw Pact Project is available. Russia gains claims on the following regions. Right, so this allows Russia to expand, pull in more countries. Disarm the warheads. Disarm the more warheads. We'll reduce them to 0 warheads. America will have all the nuke. Getting rid of the nuclear arsenal of Russia is actually big. It's such a huge relief. Right, now that we have 60 boost in the bank, we can actually go back to our moon base and look to get mining operations started on the moon. Let's head to Luna. Let's go to our main base that we would like to build up. Go ahead and check out our outpost core. We've got a solar collector. Should be able to build up outpost mining complex. This is going to cost us 56 boost, but it's going to give us some basic income, and that's going to allow us to expand in space a little bit easier. How much power does this thing need to run? 5. This is giving us 10, so this should be fine. And that's a start. That is a start, and hopefully the beginning of our expansion into space. I would love to know if anybody else is getting resources from space. From space! Nobody looks like they're getting resources in space. Hopefully we will be the first to start mining. That's going to get us a little bit of a leg up on the AI. Get our mining bases up. Head back to Earth, please. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're still trying to public campaign in India. Because if I can, I would like to disrupt whatever plans this is. This is a huge amount of public support. It's going to be very slow going to get some public opinion going. But it's okay. We'll spend some cash, see how we go. Get a little bit of stuff happening. I would like to find some more alien assets to assault to that endeavor. We're gonna do some surveilling over here. We need one more round of de-arming Russia. Bring their stockpile down to 0. So let's go ahead and set national policy. We're gonna use Jorge to investigate Lady. Still undetected. We'll need one more person to set policy. These guys are just investing into military in Russia and nothing else. And I'm just like trashing it. Just trashing the place. Border warfare. Troops are exchanging fire along the pre-war borders of Russia and Ukraine. Hey, we can actually do something about that now. The lack of mobilized expeditionary forces in the theater limits both sides to short probing attacks against each other's lines. Even if one side was able to make a breakthrough, they would lack the resources to properly exploit it. It is unlikely that any decisive action will take place here. Nonetheless, the war continues. It may soon come to an end. Possibility 1, most likely. Limited damage to the economy. Scramble aviation assets to strike Ukrainian targets and halt their attack. Causes limited damage to the economy and population. Send in our operatives to augment Russia's forces on the attack. Success 60%. Pay 10 ops. Grants a huge public opinion boost for Project Exodus in Russia, which is nice. Russia gains cohesion. Cohesion in Ukraine changes by 1, causes major damage to the economy and population in Kharkiv. Ugh. Man. 40% chance agents captured event. Ew. I don't like that. This seems like the best option. Scramble aviation assets to strike Ukrainian targets and halt their attack. and then we just end the war. Probably something we should have done a little while ago. You know, now that we have control of Russia, there's actually some possibility for us to hold on to Russia and continue the expansion of the Eurasian Union. That's not our plan. Oh, that's not our plan. Let's stick to the plan. Let's go ahead and do this. Not take any chances with our agents. Looking for alien life forms. Investigate counselor. Critical success. What are you doing? Public campaigning. With a persuasion of 7. You shouldn't be finding a lot of success here. You really shouldn't be. Disarm warheads. Continue. Disarm warheads. Russia now has 0 warheads. Now that we've disarmed all the nukes from Russia, we might actually bring down the American stockpile in case we lose control of America. And that way the aliens won't have access. I mean, we aim to never lose control of America, but the aliens are like super powerful and can take shit away from you at will. So it might be an idea. The only reason that America has 28 nukes is to stand off with Russia. Now that Russia has 0 nukes, we can probably take some of those down. But alright, there's nuclear fission in space completed. This will increase the global nuclear fission tech level by 1, buffering the world against energy crisis is good. Solid core fission systems and fission pile, which is going to be very important as these fission piles will power bases on places that don't have access to sunlight. I didn't see what they chose. Solid core fission systems. You are just hanging out in the wrong place. Maybe we assassinate this person. Maybe we just straight up kill this person. We can detain her and then get stuff, like more stuff done to her. If we detain her, we might be able to flip her easily, but I feel like if we detain somebody, they're gonna automatically assume that they've been turned. But I'm gonna try it. We're gonna detain her. Become detained. There's another servant. Hello. I don't see any alien flora in this region. At least we didn't detect it. We will need to take ISIS and I believe set national policy in Russia. We're going to end that war. We do have some alien life forms to assault in India. So you're going to do that. I also feel like we should surveil Russia as the aliens were very active in Russia. There's probably lots of alien life forms around here that we can get rid of. Make sure that our interests are defended everywhere that needs defending. Shit, we need to defend Mexico. And I believe the only person who can do that is Song Tang. I mean, you could do it, but we really need you blowing the trumpet in India. But we could take a pause on that to just defend our interests in Mexico. Get that done. We have enough of a lead here. I feel safe pulling back a little bit on that. We're completely dominating this line, and I think that's fine. Maybe we can try to take back control of the tech tree and steer things the way we want. We do something like this. New project available. An additional 5 orgs become available for acquisition each month. This would be very nice. Institutional outreach. We'll see what that is. Detain council mission critical success. We've detained one of the servants. We'll see if we can Jedi mind trick them over to our side. We wanted to seek peace with these guys. 69% chance I think is our chance for success, so it's guaranteed. Cool. Russia, under the control of Project Exodus, has agreed with Ukraine to end the Russian-Ukraine war. Continue. End it. Just end it. Alright, we've wiped out the flora and fauna in around Jaipur, India. Beautiful. Reduce some of their ability to sway things. It's ridiculous, dude. I think my next playthrough I'm going to be the servants. It seems like a lot of fun. We can't control her because we need to investigate her a little bit more, but I think we can try to steal an organization from them if we do a hostile takeover.
Ready for my mission.
You're still not detected by the servants. Let's go ahead and do the hostile takeover. We'll spend a little bit of cash to see if maybe we can steal an org from the servants. We just want to harass the servants as much as we can. We hate those guys. F those guys. The question is, do we want to stop spoiling Russia? At the end of the day, hurting countries that are not in control of the aliens hurts everybody. End of the day. And we really just want to be hurting the aliens. Polar Hair can maybe go and surveil ISIS, and maybe while she's detained we can flip her to our side and see what other shenanigans the aliens are getting up to. Song Tang, you're just assaulting alien assets everywhere and anywhere. Rostov-on-Don. Yeah. We knew there were some in Russia. Go ahead and make that happen. Cool. You have your assignments. Carry them out. Investigating the counselor who is already detained. Shows us the loyalty of 15. It's fine. Maybe we can flip it to our side. Maybe. Alright. Hostile takeover complete. Give me an org. Protect target is a nice one to have. But we're really looking for things that are boosting our admin, and I don't see any of them. In fact, their organizations suck. Give me something that gives us cash, maybe? They're all one-star organizations. Economy, economy, economy. Swiped. Yoink. Still have some more alien in Moscow. What's the situation in Ukraine? Nobody has picked up Ukraine. It's 38 million people. I could also give up Russia in favor of somewhere like Kazakhstan for their boost. I kind of like that idea. More boost means more mining stuff. And we really want to get our mining operations online. That should be happening any day now. The thing is, what do we do with you? Can we now persuade you to join us? You're detained. Full in spend of influence can get you over to our side, and I think that's worthwhile. Let's try that.
What's the op?
Let's just get as much intelligence on our enemies as possible. I think we should probably use you to continue to assault aliens, so continue to surveil this location. Let's try to make contact again with the academy and see if we can continue to build up our relations. Now, if I was an academy person, where would I be? Looks like they're busy all around this region, all around Europe, the academy. So let's look for countries. Oh, there's somebody in America. Don't like that. I must know who's messing around in America. They've got so much popular support. I think there's still alien life forms around India, and if not, they're continuing to spread it. So we might need to do something about that. Let's investigate this person, as they might be yet another servant. Need to defend interests in America. Oopsie. That's a whoopsie. You were surveilling. You are no longer doing that. You're defending interests in America. Confirm. Send it. Let's see if we can turn this servant over to our side and see how long we can actually keep her on our side.
We now have a spy in their ranks.
Beautiful.
Tracking failed.
Wow, you guys suck at your jobs, man. Alright, we've managed to flip one of these peoples. Back in action, superior. They didn't learn anything from me. Good. Is she talking to me or is she talking to them? Because she was detained. I think she's talking to them. Or we just get to see that conversation. Okay, you belong to me now. Your chances of failing is 0. I just need you to give me intelligence on what everybody is doing. Am I now able to see
Acknowledged.
every single one of these people?
I'm here.
George, if I do an investigate and I open this, yes, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 of their counselors. Now, we don't want to give away that we know where these people are. I think we just leave them alone for now. Let's leave them alone for now. I'm happy with the knowledge that we have. So if we look at the servants, they've been penetrated. I'm a child, yes. Their counselors are these guys. Their resources, we already knew their objectives. Investigate their first contacts. They're in conflict with just about everybody. They have the support of the aliens, though. Their tech... well, their tech kind of sucks. They are getting minerals from space, though. They've got up a mine on the moon, I believe. We might actually send somebody to seize this base. Nobody else is getting anything, though. Interesting. Let's go to the moon. I need to see what these guys are up to. Nobody's put a satellite around the moon yet. We might want to do that. I also might want to claim this base as well for the extra volatiles. This is their base on the moon. Show it to me. They do have a mining complex up. They're just slightly ahead of us because I believe we are not far behind Luna. Our base is being built. This will be finished. 22nd of March is just around the corner. Is it worth sending a counselor to the moon to do moon stuff? I feel like the answer is going to be no. Alright, let's head back planet side.
For orders.
You're assaulting alien assets in Pakistan.
Taking.
Just helping out everybody in the world. You're trying to find more counselors. Specifically, who is trying to operate in America. Our Wetworks guy, I really like having him doing naughty things. And in order for him to do naughty things, I need him to actually find people. So let's just check out some of these guys. See what they're up to. Let's see how long we keep her as an informant. He's doing public campaigning in... where? In Russia. Looks like the servants have interest in taking back Russia. Well, we've kind of ruined Russia quite a lot, so you can have it. You've got no nukes if you take back Russia, and I'm totally okay with it. I might even give up Russia fairly soon. Investigate counselor. Who are you? You are resistance. You are humanity first. Hab module completed. We are now mining on the moon, baby. Fission pile project. Something that we actually will need to do. We should probably look at getting our science a bit higher as well. Fantastic. There's corridor diplomacy. Our control point cap is up. We can do diplomatic stuff a little bit faster. I think it's time maybe to do xenoflora defoliants because we are keeping xenoforming in check. But that's kind of like helping the world a lot. I think we want fission pile. Steady electricity for our habs. This is going to be kind of key to expanding out into space. We have a 15% bonus. Alien operations is another one that we want to kind of do pretty quickly. But fission pile also doesn't take very long. Let's get that sorted. We'll have alien origins soon, and then we'll have the aliens other thing. We'll have control of this tech line very soon. We will have control of this tech line and not this tech line. So let's go ahead and slow this down. Let's make these things happen like as quickly as possible. We should still have full control of these two at least, and we'll start steering this towards uniting America. Still likely some remains. Man, we need this to be a little bit more effective. Spending so many turns just trying to get rid of plants it's a pain in the butt. Alrighty, brand new turn. And I think we're gonna wrap things up here for this episode. Things are going pretty nicely. We're getting up into space. Things will start speeding along, you know, a bit faster. Hopefully. We have an alien in the pocket. This is great. If we ever see her doing some mission that we absolutely need her to fail, we will just try to make that happen. I think that's the thing we can do. But we're going to keep her on our side and maybe actually get somebody else in our pocket. Continue to develop our relationship with the Academy if we can find one of their people. I'm happy with what we're doing in Russia, but I think our next big step is getting out into space, getting in some more of these resources. To that end, let's actually head back out to the moon and find out, before we end really quickly, what we need to build in space. This is our other hab module, Outpost Core. If we were to go over here and build a, let's say, another mining complex, we need water, money, and fissiles. Fissiles is combustible, sorry, volatiles. And I don't think we're producing enough volatiles. This is a problem. Oh, I'm actually quite stupid. To build this in space will cost us 51 boost, some money, and some water. So it does cost less boost, but not as little as I imagined. Alright guys, that's where we're going to leave off. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. If you are, please leave a like. Consider subscribing for more Terra Invicta content. And thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.